Otelo Nuno Romão Saraiva de Carvalho, GCL, is a retired Portuguese military officer. He was the chief strategist of the 1974 Carnation Revolution in Lisbon. Biography. Otelo Saraiva de Carvalho was born in Lourenço Marques, Portuguese Mozambique, of Luso-Goan ancestry, named by his theatre-minded parents after Shakespeare's Othello. He had his secondary education at a state school in Lourenço Marques. His father was a civil servant and his mother a railway clerk. He entered the military academy in Lisbon at the age of 19. Carvalho spent many years in the colonial wars in Africa. He served in Portuguese Angola from 1961 to 1963 as a second lieutenant, and as a captain from 1965 to 1967. He was posted to Portuguese Guinea in 1970 as a captain under General Antonio de Spinola, in charge of civilian affairs and propaganda. He joined the underground movement of armed forces, which carried out a coup d'état in Lisbon on April 25, 1974, in which he played a directing role. The MFA started as a military professional class protest of Portuguese armed forces captains against a decree law, the Dec. Lei N 353 73 of 1973. The rebellion were a way to work against laws that would reduce military costs and would reformulate the whole Portuguese military branch. Younger military academy graduates, with Otelo Saraiva de Carvalho at the head, presented a program introduced by Marcelo Caetano whereby militias who completed a brief training program and had served in the overseas territories campaigns could be commissioned at the same rank as academy graduates. Carvalho was part of MFA-led National Salvation Junta that governed the country after the Carnation Revolution, as the upheaval came to be called. In July 1974, Carvalho was made a brigadier and placed in command of the Special Military Command for the Continent (COPCON), which was set up to secure order in the country and to promote the revolutionary process. In 1975, infighting in the MFA intensified, with Carvalho representing the left wing of the movement. A right-wing putsch attempt, led by Spinola, was thwarted by the timely intervention of COPCON in March 1975. He became part of the Council of the Revolution, which was created on March 14, 1975. In May 1975, he was temporarily promoted to general and, together with Francisco da Costa Gomes and Vasco Goncalves, formed the Directorio. On November 25, 1975, some left-wing groups and their armed branches allegedly tried to seize control of the country. Otelo is said to have orchestrated this coup. Some of the military under Otelo's orders took control of 3 Air Force bases. The right wing of the army used this as pretext to launch a counter-revolution, which brought Antonio Ramalhoins to power. It is also implied that the coup did not work because Carvalho did not support the military. In 1976 and 1980, Carvalho unsuccessfully stood as a candidate for president against Eanes. In 1982, he was recalled to the army, since it was shown that his discharge had been politically motivated. In 1984, he was arrested and accused of contact with a membership of the terrorist group Popular Forces, the 25th of April, which claimed a number of robberies and murders in Portugal in the following years. His trial was controversial and his allies assumed it to be motivated by revenge. In 1989, he was amnestied and a resumption of the procedure was struck down because of a legal imbroglio. Since then, he has retired. Quotes. Carvalho is still an icon for activists of the left in Portugal, but is hated by many right-wingers who consider him a terrorist who tried to seize the country to become Portugal's Fidel Castro. In 2011, during the Portuguese financial crisis when the country had to request international financial assistance, Otelo Saraiva de Carvalho stated that he wouldn't have made the revolution if he had known what the country would become after it. He also stated that the country would need a man as honest as Salazar to deal with the crisis, but from a non-fascist perspective.